We live in the loudest era of human history. Every app, every notification, and every urgent email is designed to steal your most valuable resource. In engineering, when the noise becomes louder than the signal, the system crashes. The same is true for your life. The only thing separating the average from the extraordinary isn't talent or luck. It's their signal-to-noise ratio. They have mastered a secret library of habits that allow them to go dark while everyone else is scrolling. This is the architecture of focus. There was once a king who reigned for many years until he became old. However, he had a major problem. He had no child to succeed him on the throne. He decided to call upon one of his wise elders to seek advice. The king explained his problem, asking the wise man what he should do to find a brave successor so that his kingdom would remain powerful. As soon as the wise man heard him, he immediately told him the secret to finding a brave person fit to succeed him. Shortly after, the king ordered his chief servant to issue an announcement throughout the entire country saying, "Whoever is able to meet the king before sunset tomorrow will be crowned and become the prince." Young men and men of all kinds heard the announcement, and each one felt in his heart that luck was smiling upon him and that he was going to become the king. Early in the morning, many set off toward the palace, racing to get there first, each hoping to be the one named the next king. However, the king had prepared a secret test in the villages they had to pass through to reach the palace. Along the path leading to the palace, the king had arranged for grand celebrations and feasts to be set up in the local villages. As the young men rushed toward their goal, they were met with the enticing aroma of delicious food and the sounds of beautiful music. Many were overcome by hunger and exhaustion from their long journey in these villages. People invited them in, saying, "Please stop and rest. This feast has been prepared for you." Many of the men, lured by the comfort and the extraordinary dishes, decided to stop. They ate until they were full, and some even decided to stay longer to enjoy the festivities. Further along the road, there were magnificent performances and games. Talented singers and dancers performed, and the atmosphere was filled with joy and entertainment. Captivated by the music and the luxury they had never experienced before, many of the men lost track of time. They became so immersed in the immediate pleasures and comforts of the journey that they forgot the urgency of their mission. By focusing only on the rewards they found along the way, they forgot the most important thing: the king's deadline. They allowed themselves to be distracted from their ultimate goal by the temporary comforts they encountered. The hours passed by and evening began to fall, yet not a single person had arrived at the palace to meet the king and be crowned. Out of many hundreds, not one was to be found. However, in a surprising turn of events, a very young man from the countryside, dressed humbly, had also set out to try his luck. He passed through the aromas of wonderful foods, the sweet drinks, and heard the music that was pleasing to the ears, with beautiful girls nearby, yet he ignored all of it. During the journey, he kept saying in his heart, "I must be the one to stand before the king. Nothing shall stop me on my journey before I have seen the king." Before long, the young man arrived at the palace gates. As he tried to enter, the palace guards tried to block him. They said, "You cannot see the king because he is very busy. Look over there, there are extraordinary celebrations. You should go and enjoy yourself with the others and come back later." They added, "You are too late. Others have already entered, so you no longer have a chance." They told him every possible thing to see if the young man would turn back. But the young man remained steadfast, with great respect. He replied to them, "Nothing whatsoever will stop me on my journey or prevent me from reaching my goals." The guards let him through, and he entered the king's palace. Upon entering, the young man immediately saw the king and the wise old man waiting for him. The king approached him, feeling very proud of him, and told him, "You are the only one who was able to overcome all the trials that were on the path. Meanwhile, hundreds of others had failed. You are the one who deserves the crown of the kingdom." The king immediately took the crown and placed it on the young man. That young man became the heir to the throne. He became a victor. He became a hero in life. There are many things that prevent us from reaching our goals. The path is full of trials and many distractions. There are physical pleasures, there is fear, and sometimes even the people we meet or those we live with. But winning requires continuing to take steps, no matter how small they may be, focused on reaching the palace so that you may become a king. When we walk with a vision, knowing what we want, ignoring the things that tempt us to fall, and closing our ears to those who push us to believe it is impossible, without a doubt, we reach the palace. We reach what we have always dreamed of being in our lives. Passing through the narrow path while staying focused on where you are going is the weapon that makes ordinary people extraordinary. This is the story that changed my life, and it can change yours too. Don't leave without subscribing to Inkarunzas at 250.